Have you communicated with a social media user who goes by the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY?
I've had several phone calls with the person who goes by the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I don't actually know his real name.
And unfortunately, every time I make a call, it becomes content for the media.
Help! I've been tossed overboard.
I'll have to bill you extra for my time.
Hosing down those walls.
Welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does one even shop for a suit when your head is...
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is coming.
Blazing the whip, gotta vanquish the needs. My kingdom for some poppy seeds, yo.
Is that a poppy seed? You realize I'm your P.O., right? Straight to booking!
Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yeah!
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
She on the timeline, typing like a toxin. Gossip in the coffee, lies in her pocket. He in a cheap suit, briefcase, cheap grin. Thinking bar exam means he gon' always win. They filed and fumble, every case crumble. Judge side eye, watching every word tumble. Perjury perfume, they wear it like cologne. Trying to burn a kingdom from a glass stone home. You get sued, then you lose, then you do it again. Same script, same scam, you just repress sin. You toss mud, spread names, think the truth won't bite. But the record, don't forget you, it's in black and white. You get sued, then you lose, then you do it again. Whole world taking notes every time you pretend. You toss mud, spread names, think the truth won't bend.
The cycle that you love gon' be your end.
He whisper, I'm the lawyer, like that's holy armor. But every filing reading like a bad soap opera. She pointing at the mirror saying, look, that's a monster. But the face look back and it sure look conscious. Mirror on the live stream claiming they the wounded. Timeline receipts, every live time stamp zoomed in. You swing at a critic, think he just a guy online. Now your false words sitting in a sworn headline. Lose and you do it again. Same script, same scam, you just repress sin. You toss mud, spread names, think the truth won't bite. But the record, don't forget you, it's in black and white. You get sued and you lose and you do it again. Whole world taking notes every time you pretend. You toss mud, spread names, think the truth won't bend.
The cycle that you love gon' be your end.
How many doctors? How many doctors? How many wins end up as costs? How many victims you invent overnight? How many times can you lie on mic? You get sued and you lose and you do it again. Same script. script, same scam, you just repressing. You toss mud, spread names, think the truth won't bite. But the record don't forget you, it's in black and white. You get sued and you lose and you do it again. Whole world taking notes every time you pretend. You toss mud, spread names, think the truth won't bend. Last page of your story say, this is the end.
What's up, beautiful people? My. It has been a really interesting day. Did you know that people try to copyright claim you over police reports or what is also known as Exhibit D in Leslie Federico's filings? That's right. Apparently they think that they own they own the work of government officials. Isn't that interesting? I've heard some really dumb things in my life, but my, what a really, really, really dumb one. Man, hope everybody's doing okay on this lovely right at the weekend. By the way, I want to give a shout out real quick because this is absolutely awesome. 2-bit. I hope you are out there because you need to take a bow for this. I swear. So today was a little crazy on the day, and I went to the PO box today, and this came. Check this out. I do want to shout this out because this will be. Look at that. Oh my. Now, if you're not a Battlestar Galactica fan, then you're like, what is that? Doesn't matter. Look at the beauty. It doesn't matter. Take a bow. That is beautiful. It also has a stand. It is leveling up my room right over here. Thank you very much. So I appreciate everything that people send. That hit me right my wow bone. I love it. Yeah, exactly, Spawn. Bro, with that buyer, I know, man. It depends on how rich your blood is. I declined because there's a Viper out there coming from Sideshow Collectibles. It's $250. You know, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. If that's something that you can afford, woo, more power to you. That's just a little rich for my blood. But they have a 17-inch Viper. You should look it up. It is amazing. Light up canopy. Whew, man. Anyway. Let's look at this, though. So, yeah, apparently there's been a little bit of copyright strikage today, boys and ghouls. You know why? Because somebody thinks that they own this. Let me show it to you. So, we were talking about this. Now, I will show you a clearer copy in just a second. But apparently they think that they own this incident report. Now, what's really funny about this, on the best of days, you don't own an incident report. It doesn't matter. Again, this is government work. So for you to think that you somehow own it, no. But what really makes it funny is that in the newest filings, my one Leslie Federico's, who filed in 230 pages. There's this little part in it I'm going to call Exhibit D. Now, in Exhibit D, as you roll down through there, you'll notice the thing they tried to copyright claim is in a courtroom. You cannot copyright it on the best of days, but you especially can't try to copyright something that is a court exhibit. What a bunch of buffoons. I swear. Now, what's really interesting is that Leslie Federico's has entered, by the way, into the court case with myself, Megan Fox, Jeremy, George, etc., etc., etc. What she entered into that is a partial report. It just ends. Narrative. That's it. It stops. Look at this. It just stopped. That's it. No more. Isn't that weird? Huh. She has, the heaviest redactions you can see in the world here. There's 230 freaking pages, and this is the craziest freaking filing. I swear to God. This is the so if you haven't, let me not get ahead of myself. We're talking about copyrights here, but if for some reason you haven't heard what we were talking about yesterday, let me fill this in so you know what I'm showing when I show that. Okay, so in the lawsuit that we have going on, Leslie Federicos, we have a hearing on the 30th, by the way. And Leslie Federicos, she filed a response in opposition to the plaintiff's amended motion to declare her a vexatious litigant, right? Now, in it, not only does she ramble off about whatever, but she puts in an exhibit list. And you notice the thing that really sticks out isn't the exhibit list per se. It's the fact that she has filed yet another document that is over 100 pages. In fact, this one is pretty impressive as it comes in almost 240 pages. Although I have to say, boys and girls, that when you look at certain things, like let's say S, Lisa Lee's affidavit. Let's check something here. Well, let's look up S, right? I mean, we know how to find that. So let's check this together. Let's go look at this, right? Let's roll down to S, okay? We'll do it for the sidebar. All right, let's find it. Come on. And it'll take them a minute to load in everything. You see the exhibits? Wow. Wait. There's not an exhibit S. Let's see. P, Q, which these are empty. P, empty. Q, empty. R, empty. T, empty. MT. There is no S. Kind of like the 13th floor at a hotel in like a ghost movie. Ooh, it's not there. Let's see what else is missing here. Actually, when we have these invisible, so like Exhibit P, for example. What is Exhibit P? Oh, this is supposed to be proof of death threats. Yes, that's right. Death threats. Let's look at them. Oh, there are none. Okay, that was really interesting. That was really good to read. I like that. This is a process server affidavit. Let's look at this process server affidavit. Oh, okay. That was really great read. Let's see. Oh, look, this is Michael's affidavit. Just Michael, by the way. You know, there's no actual name on it. It's just Michael, not Michael Federico. No, just Michael. Michael's affidavit. Let's look at Michael's affidavit. Okay. Now again, I am not a school teacher or anything, but yeah, I seem to remember there being a letter between R and T. I seem to remember there being one. Don't you kids? Yeah, it seems to be missing. Oh my Lord. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, let's see what else is missing here. Let's see. T. This is the affidavit of. Let me see if there's something actually here. Okay, actually, whoa, there are items. Now, what are these about? Now, what's fun is this is such a hodgepodge mix of mess that it's just wild. Now, what's really wild in here is we have one of the bar complaints that 2L sent in about Randy in here. Now, I'm sure this is their copy paste. How do I know it's a copy paste, or what am I basing that on? Well, there's a certain word that a certain person likes to use out there, voluminous, and it pops up a few times in this. So look, it's bad when you have to start and beg people to read it, by the way, because it's so freaking long. It's like, I request TFB slowly read all words stated in this rebuttal, as it is lengthy but critically important, as Mr. Shochet continues to harm multiple members of the public and warrants a possible emergency suspension. What a bunch of clowns. You know why they're doing this? I always think about this. You know why they're doing all this right now? Because the hearing is coming up on the 30th. And I think somebody is really scared it's not going to go their way. So that's why. Oh, look right now. Let me show you this. These claims of yeah. So when they first came out, remember in December, they claimed that there was a video out there that showed SA ARP. In fact, they said that as part of that Hales had exposed himself, and that's why they kept talking about his. Now they produce a police report, and in the police report, it accuses him of groping. Yes, touching. I'm going to say upper extremity and the buttocks, right? That's not what they told me that was. It's very strange. It's weird too. I get really thinking about this too. They really care about victims, right? They really care. Unless when you read through Leslie Federico's her stuff here, right? When she talks about, she's actually defending the fact that she's brought cases. But what really stands out to me in it isn't the argument where you're like, huh? It's some of these cases and what she notes them as. Why? Because, well, let's just look at that. Okay. So check this out, folks. What's up, folks? By the way, I appreciate all of you being here. It is a Friday, but it is a fun Friday. So let's look at what kind of stuff is in here. All right. Well, we have Leslie Federico's versus who is this? Oh, it's against Michael. It's a DV injunction. Wait, here's another DV injunction. So it matters when you call somebody a monster, right? If you say there's a groper out there, but it doesn't matter if somebody's calling someone let's just say an accoster. That's a word, right? Multiple times in multiple filings, voluminous filings. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have people that are convicted of fraud, extortion. Either these are lies, or that person that they set over there and they talk about all the time and they're all pals with. Yeah, that guy actually is guilty of DV. But that doesn't matter, right? That doesn't matter. There's terrible songs about it and everything. You spit in my face. Oh, Lord. I'm not trying to minimize their claims. The claims are ridiculous, though. Look, you got Leslie writing about how I want to you and sending some of the most exposed. You've seen some of those. I do say some. You've seen all of those, right? Then she gets rejected, and then suddenly, and by suddenly I mean 2 weeks to 3 weeks later, we have a groping claim, which she does not want to pursue charges on. Also, interestingly enough, despite this supposedly happening, she continues, she says, to load boxes with Hales like it's all fun and merry, like it's just normal. I mean, this is the craziest shit. Like, I wouldn't believe any of these people. Oh, yeah. I mean, you think about this. So you have somebody, all these people that hell bent on blowing up your life, right? So you're like, that person right there, I'm going to inappropriately touch them. What? What the fuck? Why does that make any sense? We're not talking about some rando out there accusing you, but yeah, like I said, they care about crimes. They care about victims. They care unless it's somebody defrauded in a guardianship. Unless it's a blind man that has been attached to a freaking international freaking extortion and crime. Unless it's somebody that strong arm extorted multiple people. It sounds like that was the accusations, or talked about putting their ex in a hefty bag in pieces because they thought they were narking to the feds. Or maybe there's the person out there that drowned their best friend. Maybe that oh, well, they don't care about any of that, right? None of that matters. It's just the gotcha. You throw in one of the biggest scumbags in the world for the gotcha on this one guy. It's amazing, isn't it? Craziest thing I've ever watched. It really is. I've watched some crazy stuff in my life. I am proud to see this. I am proud. I am proud to see the insanity, because I can say I have seen the most insane thing ever. I'm not proud it happened to somebody, but I'm proud to say I can really say this is the most insane case I've ever. And I've seen, you know, when people talk about burnout and everything too, imagine living that. Look, I got a taste of crazy with celebrity cases. You know, when you're on the tip of the spear, as it were, with people pointing at you as just a regular person out there, it's crazy what people do. You know, the threats and the crazy, and I mean, it's just wild. But it ain't like this. This is more intimate. The crazy here isn't obsessive, rabid fans threatening to come to your home and do terrible things to you. This is much more intimate. This is a handful of really weirdos that feel like, I guess you should have bought them off or else. I don't know. Weird stuff, though, isn't it? Anyway, let me show you something I thought was real fun, too. We were talking about that police report before, right? Yeah, you know that one? Okay, let me show you something. I made this today. I thought it was really fun. So out of that police report, well, here, let me point you out something. You know, since they want a copyright strike off of it, there's a little line in it. I cleaned it up for you, so you can read it, because apparently they don't understand how to clean up images. It's really stupid. They dumb down images just like they dumb down the audiences. Swear to God. But in the police report that is in here, she makes a claim that is really interesting to see. She claims, quote, I'll read this to you. She tells the police, this is all, like I said, self-reported to. These are all self-reported items. So you got, what, 2 people self-reporting items? Woo, self-reporting. That's what we get, self-reports. All right. But she notes, this is Leslie self-reporting, saying she filed a defamation lawsuit against him, meaning Hale's, which she later ended up having to drop due to, remember this, financial reasons, right? Okay. Well, in the new filings, I have been going over the sexy newness here. In the newness, if you start looking through it, you start finding statements about why. So in an effort to get the plaintiffs to leave the defendant alone and stop invading her privacy, online harassment, and due to threats, she voluntarily withdrew. Right? And also because it was to escape online harassment. Okay. Also in page 13, she talks about this again, saying that it was due to extortion and harassment. Well, that's weird, right? So depending on what party is being spoken to, we have a different reason for why things are dropped. If we're talking to the police, here's a wonderful picture of this, right? If we're talking to the police, she says that she filed that against him, but dropped it because of the monies. The money which she's asking for yet again, by the way. She's like, oh, man, you know what? I need some monies for Michael. He needs some of those dollary dues. Let me read it. I want to make sure I quote it correctly. Give me a second. She says, wherefore, Leslie Federico's respectfully requests the Honorable Court to deny the motion and to reimburse Leslie Federico's cost spent in defending this motion, including but not limited to Westlaw fees, court reporter fees. Where the fuck do you have a court reporter? She's got a court reporter in here. She copied and pasted a court reporter in. Oh my God, that's good. Oh, excuse me. Let's pull that up for a second again. Okay. Oh man. I gotta put that in front of you. That's very That's very good. It's very good. Very, very professional. Let's look at this. Let's look at it. By the way, it is also Mr. Coop's birthday. So if you'd like to send me some money for Mr. Coop's birthday, that is totally okay. Happy birthday to Mr. Coop. He did say it was okay to grift off his birthdays, by the way. He did say that. Just to, so the joke is, this is an okay joke. I want to make that clear. Messing with him. Mr. Coop is funny. But, Lord. And it was like, it was really funny. He was like, tell Jay it's my birthday. Oh, my God. It's so funny. Like, look at this right here. This is the bottom of that 18-page. Look. Wherefore, defendant Leslie Federico's respectfully request the court to deny blah, 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 and to reimburse costs Leslie Federico spent in defending this motion, including but not limited to Westlaw fees. Okay. Court reporter fees. What court reporter? We haven't had a court reporter. Oh my God. Oh, it's making my brain hurt. It's so funny. This clownery it's pretty amazing, isn't it? You got to admit, that's pretty funny. She has it. We have a court reporter. I mean, I don't know where you copied this from, Leslie, but we haven't had a court reporter yet. Oh my God. Yeah, it gets better. I know. Okay. Transcript fees. Oh, transcript fees. What transcripts, by the way? We haven't had anything to have transcripts from. So not only do we not have a court reporter that is reporting anything, but we don't have transcript fees because we haven't had anything to transcribe. Oh my God, this is making my brain hurt. Oh Lordy. Okay. Got it. Printing fees. Printing. Oh yeah. What are you printing, Leslie? You're mailing in 240-page dockets to the court. You have access to the ECR. What the fuck what are you printing? This is copied from somewhere else. Like, think about it. If this were this is either copied from another case that they had, or it's copied from somewhere else and they slapped their name into it. Because the printing costs, I mean, they're not talking about, I totally had to print off something. No, they're talking about, print off costs where you have to mail things. You haven't mailed anything that I'm aware of. Printing costs, indeed. Holy moly. This is some crackery. Shizzy's live last night had to flee fundraising for a retainer. If you can't afford a retainer, you can't afford a sue, Cynic said. Yes, that's true. Actually, they are begging for $5,000 dues for a retainer. $5,000. Now, a copyright lawsuit, again, I believe the lawyer that they're talking about, looking at the people that were on the document that 2L sent out, I believe that's Robbie's lawyer. I believe that's who the guy is, who is, quote unquote, familiar with entertainment law. Not a specialist, not a specialty lawyer. Is familiar with it. I mean, again, these idiots last night, again, seriously, they were attempting to copyright strike my channel over a police report that they put in as an exhibit. I'm not joking. That is not a joke. That was part of their, I'm going to get that tug. He showed my image. Like, well, first of all, number one, it's not your image. Number two, prove it came from you. You stupid moron. Number three, I actually ran it through AI and cleaned it up. And there were a couple of changes. Like it took a 12 and it put a 1-2. So that's my document, baby. That's my document. But to think you own a police document, I mean, that is one of the weirdest. This just tells you how stupid these people are when it comes to copyright law. They don't understand it, you know? Don't get it at all. They keep talking about it, and they're gonna get that mega. You know, it's just amazing. It is. It's just amazing. See, you don't own a police report. Police reports. It is a public report in the public domain prepared by a government employee going about their duties. That's the epitome of not copyrightable. So dumb. What's funny too is while claiming that they're going to sue all these people over copyright, last night apparently they played a bunch of Hale's clips. They just changed the voice so they could and put up an image but covered. So it's like, but that's debunking the ass. It doesn't work that way. Jay may laugh and say that's their plan. Sometimes I actually think Jay is more in tune with what they're trying than we let on. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. And supply fee order and supply fees. Oh my God! You know what I had to buy? Face tape. You'd be like, paper clips? No. Face glue, ear glue, and face tape. I also, you know what? I had to get one of those those little cameras, you know, that when I push Michael toward the side, it zooms in on me. Right, Michael? I'm telling you, you should have seen that hearing with Michael. You got both of them sitting there in the middle, and she does not she keeps pushing him over and pushing him over. And after a while, it's like you ever watch somebody like peek around a wall? I felt like he was peeking around the corner. He wasn't really in. She knocked him out of frame. It was kind of glorious. It was kind of glorious. I really enjoyed that. I was very entertained. Oh my God. Would you like to hear something crazy? Would you like to hear something really crazy? Let me know. If you'd like to hear something just off the wall crazy, I got some scuttlebutt for you. You like the word scuttlebutt? Oh my goodness. I'm going to get you all worked up. That's what I'm doing. Ooh, right, Michael? Peekaboo Michael. We can make like little stickers of Peekaboo Michael. He's peeking around the corner. I have a little, that umbrella guy peeking around the corner like that. Okay. So if I were to, who do you think they want to call as witnesses? Who do you think, like, when they're, remember, we got an hour-long hearing coming up, right? Yeah. But 1 hour. That's all we got. 1 hour. So, first of all, I want you to guess how many, number one, how many witnesses do you think they want to call? Number one. And number two, a little bit of a guess. Again, if there's a bunch, I know you won't get everybody, but who are you thinking in there? I want to see what the number that you all think is. Remember, that would mean if we were splitting it up fairly, 30 minutes. 30, in 30 minutes. Let's see. I'm seeing some interesting numbers come in. What's crazy is some of the numbers that seem insane, not crazy out and the way out. But some of the crazier seeming numbers actually are probably closer to reality. What if I were to tell you that the witnesses that they want, of course, they do have a 2L in there. They do want a 2L. Now, they said that before, right? They want a 2L. They, of course, want themselves. Yeah, there's your 3, right? But guess who else they want to? And again, 30 minutes. All right. They're supposed to make their time and their entire argument 30 minutes. With those, they want me. Me. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. I'm not gonna. Oh my God, that would be glorious. Please God, put me on the stand. Please God, hell, let me this happen. Please God, let it happen. They think that, yeah, they want me. Yeah, that's right. You know who else they want? Megalodon's foe. That's right, Megan Fox. Yep. Megan Fox. Can you imagine? Oh my God. I can see this going wonderfully. See, for me, all these people, it was funny. They were like, oh, Tug, he'll drop out because he doesn't want to be on camera. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. Bring it on, baby. I am game for it. I am totally game for it. I wonder, oh my God, how many days do I have? Do you think it's the 17th? Do you think in 13 days I can find a white pimp coat? Like a fur coat? Do you think I can find that would be the craziest shit. I'd be sitting there watching it in my white pimp coat. Oh my God, that would be the greatest thing ever. What if I could get me a white fur coat? Man, if somebody had to borrow, if I knew somebody around here that had one, I would get it. The bigger, the better. Oh, it'd be like in all those. It'd be like in all those music videos that I do. You know, the fake ones. See, the reason is okay. I love making like a mainstream kind of video, and I play them sometimes. You know, at the end of the show. You remember back in the aughts, especially when you'd see like boy bands and you'd have them like standing around a river and some dude would be in like a fur coat skipping rocks. I always thought that was hilarious. And I always thought, wouldn't it be even funnier if that guy had on a mask like that umbrella guy, but you put him into this serious situation and he's singing songs about heartbreak and stuff. It's just the absurdity. And they turn out to be good songs too. That's a bonus, right? But I love that image. So let me find one for you. I love the idea. Here's one from the newest I was doing. Unfortunately, I can't get away with the mask. They won't let me have the mask. I don't know. I maybe I could tell them I'm a burn victim or something. You know, no offense if you have something like that happening. But could you imagine this? You know, look, man, I need something like that. I need to wear some white gloves. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. You know what? My granddad had like an old school 1980s freaking bracelet like this. I think I still have it. We put gold rings on the outside of the gloves. Yes, Your Honor. Oh my, that would be sexy, wouldn't it? Oh my. Yeah, exactly. Gotta have that pimp stick. Exactly. I love it. But yeah, so that'd be great. And then look at that mask, by the way. You gotta admit that's a great looking image. Look at how good the quality of this AI is getting. Look at that coat. Look at the fur to it. Look at that mask. That is amazing. It's even got reflections in it. That's some high quality AI work. Just didn't make absurd stuff like this. Look at the picture where the person look at Tug. he's in a family picture. He's getting his oh my God, it's so funny. He's got his little suit on. He's opining about it. Oh, Tug, are you ever serious? Yes, sometimes, but not very often. Okay, I gotta pull back up what I was. Oh, do you want to know the other witnesses? Yes, there are other witnesses too. Can you guess another witness that they might want? Since you have myself, you have Megalodon's foe. Who would be another witness? When you're thinking maybe they shouldn't call that person, who do you think they really shouldn't call? Who would that be? That yes. Let's see. Just say, I'm gonna, the first person who gets it, I'll be like, yep, that's it. That would be bad, you know. That would be bad. Oh God, Jay, that would be great. Yeah. So the first person, let's see, Joan, you're the first person. And so Lori said it too. Emmy, Jeremy. Yeah. They're like, I totally want to get that Jeremy on the stand. I'm gonna. What they think they're doing is they're putting us on trial, and that's fine, baby. That is fine, baby. Let's do it. I am game. I am feeling it. I am feeling it. Yeah, Jeremy freaking Hale. They're going to put him on the stand. The funny thing is, they. I don't even know if you can do this, you know, because we're not being deposed. This is about vexatious litigant. But they're like, oh, it is all the people I want to go after. I'm going to get them. You know who else they want? Who out of anybody you can think of? Now, again, no clownery, you know, Jay or anybody's not involved. So that would be fun. That would be fun. But out of anybody involved in this case, it would be somebody you'd say, yeah, that doesn't work. Like, you can't call them, and yet they want to call them. Who would you think that would be? Let's see. I want to see if Liza, that would be funny. She's not involved though. Let's see if anybody gets it. It's right out the PPB. That'd be really funny. Now, Lisa is, yes. Lisa was one of them. They did say for real, Judge Grudge. That would be amazing. Could you imagine if they were like, oh, we're going to subpoena the grudge judge? I would die. No, okay. Randy Shockett. Yeah, Randy Shockett, the lawyer for the other side. We're like, we want him to testify. What? First of all, I think he's going to have plenty to say. Like I said, they think they're putting him and us on trial, and do it. That's a great strategy. I tell you, whoa, amazing. That's amazing. Best idea I've ever heard. Put us on trial. Spend 30 minutes putting me on trial. I'm good with that. There's what is it? They also wanted oh, let me see. There was something else that was just strange. Give me a minute. I'm trying to think. You know, here's the thing too. If I were going to sue people, this is an idea. If I were going to sue people, I probably I probably would want some hardcore freaking copyright folks. What you're going to watch is some crash and burn. And these are the people they've been listening to. I mean, again, if you read like Leslie's filings, this is the person that they are listening to. They're like, yeah, this is a great idea that you're doing. Totally. Smart stuff. You know? Smart stuff. Let's see. What was the other? There was another. Give me a second. There's something else. 1 second. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the record custodian for the Orange County Sheriff's Office. What? You want the records custodian for the sheriff's office to testify? Oh my God. Are these indeed real records? You know what? Here's the idea. You know what really pissed me off about the stuff they did, though? They invoked Marcy's Law and tried to hide behind the anonymity shield because they play victim. And then they dump it online and fundraise with it. Because, you know, that's what you really do when you're a victim of something, right? That's what you truly do. You go out there and you're like, oh my God, I waited for a month to report this. And not only that, but I loaded boxes and more. give my friend money. In fact, let me tell you this story and cry a little bit, and then on top of it, I'm going to hardball press you. 400 of you should give $10 a piece, and then we'll sue. What a scumbag! I mean, anybody that deals with that stuff, again, if they have not looked up these people's records, if they pretend, any of you, I know you people listen to me. By the way, I know you love the old Tugless. I get it. Man, if you ain't listening to these people's records, you really believe that these people aren't those things? Like I said, if you really care about guardianship, you don't have a problem with a guy that goes to prison for 4 years, took a blind man that wanted to be out of his guardianship, put him as the fall guy for the fraud scheme. You talk about caring about DV and stuff, but one of those people out there has accused somebody of DV over and over again. Again, Lynette Preston herself said that the guy who lives on her property was so horrible to his ex-wife that she ended herself, and they keep her remains in a shed, almost like some macabre war trophy. She said that, by the way, on body cam to the police. If she's a liar, then you back a liar. If she's not, and she says that guy's a monster. Well, right now, she's not saying that, but she said it for years. For years. In fact, she just needs money to get him off the property. She needs $60,000 or whatever that amount was. 65. I don't remember exactly how much it was anymore. God, I don't understand. Like, again, you can have your hate on for this one person, but man, you have crewed up with some bad fucking people. And when I look at like paint chips, right? Again, don't take my word. Just look up the name. Look up the real name and conviction. Talking about ending his ex because he thought the FBI was, she was tattling to the FBI. Allegedly tried to set up I think it was Attorney General. I'd have to look at the name. It tried to get I think it was a stripper to set them up and claim that something terrible happened. Wow. So you're dealing with false accusers. But man, just totally believe them. And again, think about the scenario here. I realize that you hate that dude so much. Why do you hate that dude so much? Well, because you were told the story. You've been taught to. It's amazing. But while you're hating on him, buy some supply fees. And I like this. Order attorney fees for Michael Federico's in work while representing her on this motion. Wait, what? What does that say, kids? You do see that, right? It says, Michael, the fees that they accrued on this motion. You do see that, right? Now, guess what? Remember, she kicked Michael to the curb. She's pro se. So how the fuck is she asking for attorney fees for Michael, who is not on the case? How is that happening? Whoopsie? Is that a big oopsie or not? Because it seems like one, right? Yeah, totally. Give Michael some fees for the work on this document when he didn't do any work on this Wait. It makes me question something. Is this a big oopsie? Or are you telling me? Again, I find it very strange that when you write all these emails, half your damn emails are under M. Federico's. The other half are under that Anna name, but half of them are under M. Federico's that come in. And they're coming from you. So that's kind of weird. Strange, huh? Strange stuff. Especially when you've got, give me a second here. Let me lock this here. I want a screenshot of this. All right. I want to show this to you here. Okay. So you have her noting she filed this pro se. I need this as a screenshot just to keep. I love these here. I'm creeping. I may have a Raider in 1 second. I hear it. Let me show the door. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to show you this though. So look at this. You talk about really owning yourself. That's a cell phone right there.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, kiddo.
I suppose I just sit here and brush my
Oh, yeah.
hair.
Let me see your hair. Come here. Let me see.
When I dry, I just...
Yeah. Let me see it. Let me see how soft it feels. Yeah.
Are you down here?
Yeah, she needs some detangler for the back of her hair. You got some detangler?
Yeah, we do. Why?
All right, hey, go use some detangler and brush your hair out. Okay, that's good.
When do you get off?
Huh?
When do you get off?
I don't know, a little bit. Like, what time is it now? Probably a couple more hours at least. Why?
Oh, I was thinking like you'd get off at 9 like usual, but I was asking because I like to know what schedule is.
Probably a couple more hours. Probably. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Don't forget to tuck me in.
I'm just guessing. You know.
Don't forget
I'm
to
guessing.
tuck me
Yeah.
in. Right.
I will.
All
All right.
Take a lot of brush
All right.
my hair, Les.
All right, go brush hair. Go. You can take that brush. You know. Hey, short round. Hey, short round. Yeah. Here, you want to take this upstairs with you? If you want to lay down, and you can play with my Switch while you're there, because I'm reading documents, so I can't play while I'm reading.
Yeah.
Okay? Be careful. Okay. They go upstairs. Close the door. Love y'all. Close it. All right. They're so funny. Big Sissy was helping her get her hair clean. She had, I don't know, she's getting something in her hair playing around. And it's like, your hair is gross. You got to take a shower. So that's what they're like, yeah, she's, but I was, she didn't help her like untangle her hair. It looked like a giant dreadlock when the way they did it. I said, oh no, you're gonna have to get some hair detangler for that. Okay. Anyway, back to this. Let me really was screwed up here. So you talk about one of the craziest sounds. Look, you've got Michael Frederigo's right here on the motion, but yet you have Leslie that is noting that she's pro se at the bottom. You see the problem here? How do you pick up attorney fees for working on something when the person is not on the case? That is a real problem. In fact, that seems very fraudulent, does it not? She is either, again, this kind of stuff right here, it just blows my mind. By the way, so her argument in this, I found something today that was really fun. So there's actually a list. Somebody showed this to me, and love you folks. I love y'all sending me some good stuff. I love it. So her argument this entire thing, it's such a nut job freaking filing. I mean, this stuff, it is so crazy. I mean, through it, she's arguing like through the background, all of this. The one thing that it tells me is you see voluminous come up all the time, right? Well, in 2L's, the complaint, bar complaint, guess what word comes up repeatedly? Voluminous. That's right. Interesting, huh? I know somebody who likes to overuse that. I'm not saying it's just a word that's attached to one person. I'm saying that somebody that throws it out there like they're, like they're spamming A's or something in the chat. Oh. But her argument, when you go through this, God, there's so much craziness. Plaintiffs recruiting mob attacks. I found something else in this mess too. I've got to show you. Oh God, there's so much to get out of this. There's so much goodness. Oh man, like me, I feel like a little Pac-Man. I'm like waka, eat that stuff up, man. I eat it up. But when you go through her argument is that the date that this stuff goes into effect. First of all, she's like, You can't retroactively go after a case. It's like, yeah, we filed after this law kicked in. So sorry about your luck. Second, she's like, well, only certain cases apply. There's only 3 civil cases because, the ones where I went after Michael don't count. And it's like, yeah, they do. They absolutely do. But she's trying to argue through this that when you look back, it shouldn't apply because the cases that we're talking about, they happened before that window. Well, guess what? There's a site that tracks lawyers that have been declared vexatious litigants. And one thing that you find through that is that the cases that they talk about, they look back beyond that. Because you think about how dumb this is. If you couldn't, you imagine all of that, what she essentially wants is for all of the cases that you can look at to stop at 2025. Unless you apply 5 cases. So she's like, if you want to apply 3, you can only look from 2025 forward. What? Wait, what? We have to discount everything else you've ever done. In her filings too, she has the stuff against her mom, and there's some crazy filings in there. Oh my God. Yeah. Her mom, her mother. That's right. Her own mother. Let me see. What is the page number? Here, I'm going to show you this while I'm looking. Their proof, by the way, that they keep saying that Megan Fox contacted the school, and admitted to it. Where they pull that from, by the way? I found that out today. Megan and Rosalind Duke, they streamed together. Therefore, they quote unquote worked together to contact the school. They turned that streaming together and Rosalind writing after the fact. See, these people came out. They accused many of us, myself included, of contacting a school and harassing it so badly that the entire district shut down. They made it sound like they thought that there was an active, or something. It was bad. And then Rosalind, of course, she wrote, and it's a very simple request. She's writing to anybody in charge to answer. She's saying, hey, to whom it may concern, I was informed of a lockdown on your campus Thursday, November 6, 2025. I was also informed by a spokesperson for Leslie Federico's that I'm accused of sending emails to faculty and placing a call to the school that caused the lockdown and a police investigate into the situation. I've never met Leslie Federico's. I've never had any interaction with Leslie Federico's. So you can tell this is after the fact, right? But they're trying to make it sound like them live streaming, talking about what they accused people of, and writing afterwards somehow was proof of phone calls. What? I called the police about it to see if there was some school lockdown too. Never happened that way. Now, we found out today that yesterday, the reason they wanted to copyright strike my channel yesterday is because I had plenty of proof to show you that, again, they claimed that a school district was shut down. 3,000 kids. 3,000 kids. They had been displaced. There were panicking teachers, all of this insanity. Now, Rosalind got written back, and the principal was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, because that didn't happen. That didn't happen. And then we find out, and the reason they want to shut this down, it's Exhibit D, by the way. I guess they think that somehow they not only own police reports so they can copyright strike people, but they somehow in some way own the exhibits, which that doesn't work that way either. But you can see, again, what we find out is there wasn't even a claim that a entire school district got shut down to authorities. What they claimed, and this is on November the 6th, okay? So the reason I pulled up that letter is because you notice this is talked about with November the 6th, and Rosalind Duke writes on November the 8th to find out. She's trying to find out about it, right? Well, we find out that on November the 6th, the narrative that they're going with is supposedly a Jeremy Hales calls in. When he calls in, that he states that let me see. I think the other one blends. This one's blurry. It's blurry my side. I don't know if you can see it good. I can't see it very well. Let me pull up the other one. It's the same thing. It's just so gross. Give me a minute here. The freaking thing. Give me a second. I'm pulling up a clean screenshot. I don't know. Maybe it's on my side. It's blurry. I'm not sure, but give me a minute. I cleaned it up for a reason. God, it drives me crazy. I don't even want to read it all. I just want you to understand what they themselves, they put into filings. God, give me a minute. So you can see here, again, they said that he calls in and supposedly claims, good God, you see it go crazy just then. I was trying to clear it in again, but I couldn't get it to do it. All right, we'll do a screenshot. Who cares? I was trying it with the same one. So it just, for some reason, doesn't want to cooperate with me. That he supposedly said that she faked her own death to avoid being disbarred as an attorney. Now, you know what? I was thinking about this. When did we find out that she wrote the obituary? I've got to go back and look at that. But what day did we find that out? What day did she admit that? Do you remember? Because this story gets weirder and weirder. I don't think we knew on the day that, see, remember, okay, the way this comes together, she starts posting shit from online and everything else. And then supposedly you get this call from quote unquote Jeremy Hales. And then at the time she said that he posed as a teacher or something else that, or a parent. I don't remember. It was something weird, but yeah, I realized on the day, I realized the day the obit was supposed to be written. When did we find out she wrote it, though? Let me clarify that, okay? When did we find out that she herself is the one who created the obit? That's the better way. You guys are correct, and I should have worded that better. All right, I see what I did wrong there. Do you remember when I've got it in a Dropbox when she revealed it, because there was a live stream in which she oopsied out of it. And I believe it was well after this day, or not well after, but it was after the 6th, right? Because she just pops back on the scene within the 6th to the 7th. So I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And we find out right in there, but we don't find out about it before the 6th. The reason I mention that is because how is he saying, hey, she faked her own death if we didn't even know that, most of us didn't even know about the obit thing. That sounds more like an anti thing, doesn't it? They were the ones that were like, oh my God. I remember when they were like, oh my God, those Hale supporters, they faked an obituary of Leslie. And then we find out that that it was her. Oh my God. Yeah, I believe it's lead. I'd have to look it up. I have to look what at the date that it came up. I've got to know now. But she says that. She says that she had an OnlyFans, which I don't remember the OnlyFans thing. I don't remember if it I don't remember if feeding a dude that may or may not be someone we know, right, Michael? Might be someone we know, not sure, from the kennel. Eat your kibbles and bits. You better eat those kibbles and bits. You better, you dog. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Michael. You know what? When I was so mean to you and I was trying to get Jeremy to build me a tree house, and I was trying to get away from a certain 2L. Yeah, that was all a plan, right, Michael? Right, Michael? Oh, Lord. What a crazy person. God, this person is a nut. I mean, literally. All right, let's pull that document back on my bed. Whew. This stuff is so nuts. There's a page in here, though. The mother thing. There's actually a... Let me see. Oh, I forgot what I was looking for. Give me 1 minute. So, let's see. It's either 160 or 147. There really are 230 pages in this. There's supposed to be 240, but she didn't include everything. She forgot to, or it doesn't exist. One or the other. I'm not sure. I really liked the here. So in 2023, listen to this. This is amazing. I believe this is to her own mother, by the way, just to say what kind of a fun person you're dealing with. All right. Give me a second. Got to share this one. You'll like it. You'll like it. It's an exhibit. This is an exhibit. She put this in here. Okay. This is to named defendant on 12/18/2023. Please find the attached draft to a lawsuit I intend to file by within the week next week. What? I intend to file by within the next week. By within the next week. Okay, I'm going to get deal. I advise you to read this letter thoroughly because I plan to use this letter as evidence in a lawsuit as a notice to issues contained within. I seek an immediate apology from you. This is to her mother, by the way. Mama, I demand an apology right now, mother, or I'm going to sue you. This is some Norman Bates shit. Oh, I hear it, kiddo. Yes. Did you get your hair done? Let's feel it.
Brush my hair.
Did you brush it out? Did you brush it out?
You see? Not too many knots, but not bad.
Actually, it's pretty good. It's got a few in the back. Let me see right here. It's got a little bit right there. We'll brush it out later, okay? Yeah. You go play your Switch. Everyone. Go play your Switch, okay? Hi.
My YouTube, the Wi-Fi went out on my TV.
Well, tell Sissy to restart the TV because the Wi-Fi is obviously working. It went out for a few minutes. Tell her she's got to restart and maybe hook the Wi-Fi back on, okay? Okay. If it disconnected. But you probably, restart your TV and open another app. Open Amazon or Netflix, okay? And then open that one. All right, close the door. All right, love you. All right. Imagine, though. She likes when she's taking a shower. She wants to show me how clean her hair is and stuff. So I was looking at it. She gets excited about it. She's like, look, and it's not knotted up. She brushed it herself. So, and her sister helped her. So she's pretty excited about it. But look, this is to her mother. Like I said, she's telling her mother, I want an apology, mother. Mother, I'm telling you. Norman Bates here. In exchange, I'll remove your name as a defendant to this lawsuit that will be filed in Orange County. You've engaged in acts intended to harm me and contributed to the publishing of defamatory statements that resulted in false DCF reports being filed and or caused damage to myself by interference in my marriage and or my reputation. If you do not choose to write a written apology, What else do you do with a written apology besides write it? I mean, that seems a little redundant, right? If you do not write a written apology, okay. Okay, that's a great word choice. Great sentence. I love it. Understand, you will need to be prepared to prove to a court that you have firsthand knowledge of my mental health status. You've talked about your mental health status all the time, mother. And were qualified at the time to make such statements about my mental health, among various other false statements. Here's defamatory statements, right? Look voluminous. To assume a past diagnosis from over 20 years ago that has not been supported by voluminous subsequent physicians has allowed you to access my current medical health status will not stand. She screams about being ADA protected, but she's like, mother, you cannot bring up my mental health status and talk about it. How dare you? So look, she's threatening her mom about, oh my God. Well, why would you do this? And you told third parties I had severe mental health issues at the time. Man, I can only imagine. Look, the stuff we see you do online and everything. Anybody, I realize, like, the antis just have a hate boner for Hale. Some of them are just want to watch a shit show and want to watch a guy that has climbed to a certain level burn. Really. I mean, if they were honest, I could at least respect that. You know, I'm not saying I would agree with that, but I can at least respect the honesty. One of the things that bothers me is the lie. Oh, we're out here, we're warriors. You ain't doing shit, man. You let a little kid live in a freaking hot box. Well, after one dude gave a bunch of money and then you all turned on him and treated him like such garbage that he came to me and he hates me. But he came to me and was like, please, can you help this child? Oh, Lord, I swear. She's like, oh, you use my past diagnosis to harass and harm me. See, I mean, again, this is evidence. I'm not pulling up random shit, by the way. When I say that she had a demand apology letter for her mama or she would sue her, oh, here it is. This is here. You know, look, you said I lost my mind. I'm manic. I refuse necessary treatment. I'm refusing treatment, refusing my medication. I'm a detriment to my children because of my mental health and or refusal to treat. You know what's interesting about that? Remember when she went holistic and everything went off the freaking rails? Remember that? Because I sure do. When I'm watching her post 100 videos in like, I think it wasn't quite 3 days. It was like 2+ days. But she got a strike on one of them before the second day was even, like it was just a couple hours into the day. So to call it 3 days is not fair. It was like 2 days and change. And she had posted over 100 videos, 100 YouTube shorts. It's like, yeah, that's not normal. You know what I mean? Like there's normal behavior. Then there's a little bit of aberrant behavior. And then there's posting 100 YouTube shorts in 2 days and change. I mean, there's nothing normal about that. That's craziness, you know? That's absolute craziness. But she puts in this defamatory statements that I worked in the prawn industry. How dare you say I'm a prawn, regarding my status as a retired lawyer. Oh my God. How dare you? I never had a criminal background or issues with the glug or the drugs. No DUIs. I'm oh God, the false statement of disbarred. Boy, that's a flashback. Again, the point is, I don't want to go through this whole thing. You should really, if you really want to see it, you should look at it because it's wild. I mean, it's wild to go after family. Go after her family. Go after his family. Lord, man. I mean, the lawsuit itself, too. Let's see. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to make sure something real quick. What's funny here, I'm going to get, actually, let me pull up. You know what would be the easiest thing to help with this? Yes, baby. What?
Sissy tried, I told her not to plug the TV, but I tried every single day that I tried to unplug the TV, but I said no. I love it.
All right. Well, y'all have to wait until I'm because I'll have to probably do the router and everything. Okay. Go play the Switch for a little bit. Okay. You got my Switch. I don't have it. So. All right. Go play it. It's like my TV's not working right. We had every time we have a storm roll through, the power blinks and it messes with the router, and it knocked out her TV for a minute. And she needs to unplug it, and do all that. And her sister is like, I'll help you restart, but I ain't unplugging it. I ain't getting over there to do it. Oh, these kids kill me. Sometimes they're funny. All right. So this is what's in all of her. This is the 239 pages. This is the table of contents for it. Okay. So the first part, 48 pages of it. Who gives a shit? This is Fed2. She has put Fed2 in so many filings. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. So Fed2, she wants to, by the way, I got a question for you guys. And I do want to answer with this for real. And again, I want it from the people that support Leslie. If Fed2 is all these cases like she claims it's 10 cases, which is not, it's one case with 10 parties, but she claims it's 10 cases. Okay. If that's the case, then the lawsuits that she brought against myself, Shizzy, Just Jay, Megan Fox, Jeremy Hales, etc., does that mean that's however many 12 cases or whatever? Because she put me in it, for example. She dropped me. So that right there, remember there's the 2 tries that she gets in Florida. So she drops, then she's like, I can add you forever if I want. And they do it. You're not going to threaten me. Oh, yeah. So she adds back, and then she ends up dropping it again because that's what she does. So does that mean that every time that she did that, those are all different cases? Is that how it works? Again, she said that Fed2 is it's all different cases. Then, I mean, if it works that way, it works that way, right? But of course it doesn't. It's somehow different. She's also like, well, none of this has ever been adjudicated on the merits. I tend to disagree. When you're looking at a lawsuit, and again, you take that bite of the apple. If you look at Florida's rules on that, if a party, they willingly, they sue, they dismiss, they add you again, and they will again, they remove you. That's decided on its merits, baby. I won. I'm not talking about I won because you removed me. That means I won. Whoopsie. Megan Fox won. Whoopsie. So, yeah. She's like, a judge didn't say, okay. So, any of you out there, I can run up some cost on you if I want to, as long as I never, ever go further than that. That's crazy. I can cause you mental duress. I can slander you. I mean, really think about what's being said there. Again, any of you, you don't have to remove Jeremy Hales from the equation and think about how crazy this is to say. In your life, imagine somebody decides to say, well, I don't like your opinion, therefore you're a harasser and a stalker. I'm going to take a lawsuit. I'm going to put that in a courtroom. But before we get to court, I'm going to remove it. Now, why do that? Because for the search engine optimization of it, she wants it to say that she took you to court because you are a harasser. She has done damage to your reputation. She has said that. In fact, there is a wonderful clip that is on my Facebook that you can check out that talks about that. She herself talks about that. That is the epitome of vexatious litigant. But anyway, so we have the Lisa Lee bar complaint evidencing mob attacks. Mob attacks every time. Mob attacks against Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUY. ThATuMBRELLAgUY gets a writ of prohibition against him. You know how rare those are. Actually, maybe you don't know how rare. They're very rare. They don't happen very often, but he gets one against him. Yeah, mob attacks. Opposing counsel, litigants. Oh, yeah. Look how long the damn thing is, too. You want to see this in, like, let's not look at it in a number. Let's look at it in pages. Let's just scroll it, all right? I'm going to show you just to give you a feel for what that little box actually says, okay? And you tell me, if you were the bar, this is what anything that you read about approaching the bar tells you not to write them a manuscript, okay? You want something that, it's the same thing you don't do with courts. You want them to, you got to remember, these people read stuff all day, every day. So when they're looking at things, you want to get to a point, right? Okay. This is the point. Again, they start off saying that, oh, you're going to have to read this slowly. Oh, writing 30 pages of it. And man, you know what? It warrants a possible emergency suspension, if not disbarment. So knock him out right now. Now, of course, remember, writing courts behind the scenes, attacking other lawyers, attacking people that are involved in it, like Hale's, when you're not the lawyer, that's okay. Bruce's stuff was okay. But talking about, they put in alcohol, by the way. Drinking is bad. Did you know that? Lawyers getting together to drink, that's a complaint too. So look at this. All right. Imagine sitting down and you work for the bar, you know, you're getting ready to look at somebody's argument about something, and this is what they send you. You know, they're like, wow, you know, this this looks like mental illness on display is what it looks like. It does not look like something that I would sit down and I would actually say, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to read this. I think this really does make a point. The reason I'm talking like this and kind of stretching out what I'm saying too is because, yes, it is still going on. Now, you know what's funny about it too? With here, look, they brought consumption of alcohol and appearance of intoxication, use of vulgar and inappropriate language. Fuck yourself. Vulgar and inappropriate language. I can say whatever I want. Oh no, shit. Fucking? Oh no, not those bad words. You know, man, we live in this place called America where I can go on a live stream and I can patriotically claim any word I want. You know what's funny? I don't think about how much I profane. When I'm around the kids, like, it turns off. It's an automatic switch. And around my mama, that turns off. All right. It's just like, whoop, I know better. But it was funny the other day. You know, I went on with Jeremy with Megan, you know, the first time we were going on there. And he was like, yeah, you know, he was looking we're behind the scenes, and you can see who you're looking at, you know, when you look at the screen at avatars. And he was like, yeah, now remember, unlike some of your shows, we don't use certain types of words on my show. You know, he's being nice, but we're goofing off. So again, he's not being rude. He's being funny about it. We're goofing off. But when he says that, you can tell, like, there's Megan over the other side, and then there's me on this side. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's looking straight at me. It's like, man, I do resemble that remark. I do use a lot of profanity sometimes. I ain't too old to care. I just don't care anymore. You know, But it is funny how it turns off around my mom. It turns off around the kids. It's funny. But anyway, I love that though. Look at how stupid this is. Look, they're drinking. How dare they drink? How dare they use vulgar language? How dare they promote Jeremy Hale's channel? Oh man, how dare something be said about the Thompsons or whatever? Man, I gotta read through it, but look, okay, so it's still going. Is it? Oh, look, disbelief and mocking unusual judicial. Wait, unusual. What does this mean? Mocking unusual judicial behavior. What does this say? Let's see. I don't know what to expect, but I've never seen this kind of bold capitalization, text from a judge before. Wait, what? What? I don't know what to expect, but I have never seen this kind of bold capitalized, text from a judge. Oh God. They talked about it. They've never seen capitalized text like this from a judge. Oh my God, how dare they? I'm telling you, disbar them now. How dare you? And it still goes. Again, this is how nitpicky this shit is. When I was looking there, I was like, what? Whoa, what in the what now? Oh my God, it's still going, by the way. It is still going. Yes. If you're wondering, does this ever end? It does eventually, but not anytime soon. It's almost done for real. I'm not, I'm messing with you. But imagine again being part of the bar and you get something like this. Would you read this? Would you really? That was her letter. Almost 30 freaking pages, man. The bar. That was one letter, by the way. It's funny too. So 2L probably is not very happy about that being mentioned. She's been kind of puppeteering, it sounds like, putting people like John Cook up to letter writing campaigns. I was listening the other day, just for a discussion about that, and we were talking a little bit more about it. You have John Cook putting in a bar complaint, right? And they've been talking about how they were going to get people to write more. They're bragging about it openly anyway, but you don't think they're going to be. There's one thing to brag about it on YouTube. It's another thing to be stupid enough to give proof. So she wants John Cook to copy and paste a bunch of crap, and send it to the bar. So what does John Cook do? Instead of just starting his own freaking letter, he does a forward. And when he does a forward, he copies in some of the text and stuff as if it's his own letter, and he sends it to the bar. So instead of starting his own letter, he takes the one that he has been forwarded by, someone out there, and he sends that one. So apparently you have proof. Not only do you have that looks like the same one they're using. Oh no, you have proof that this person is doing that. Isn't that strange? Then you have cease and desist letter. Oh, by the way, they were trying to debunk the ass, right? So they were saying, Megan and Tug were talking about letters, and Megan said she didn't. No, Megan didn't say she didn't get sent one. I said I didn't get sent one. I've never been sent a cease and desist. In fact, when you go through their so-called proof of cease and desist letters, the cease and desist letter that pops up is to Megan Fox. That's the only thing they ever. And again, they emailed. They didn't formally send anything out. Oh no, they just sent some random shit in email and was like, "That's proper. it's good to go. But what's funny is in the in all, why does this matter? Because in every filing, they say that they sent all plaintiffs cease and desist letters. They send me shit. They have never attempted communication in any way. The only wonderful communication I've gotten from people like Michael is when he's gone on live streams and tried to accuse me of grooming a child to marry. Yeah, that's right. And abandoning said, let me, I need a refresher on, let me open this folder called bar complaint that I've been, it took me a little while to find a few pieces I needed for my bar complaint, by the way, Michael, sorry. I know you were looking forward to that, but it has taken me a few minutes to get it all together. Let me see, where is that at? Can I find it quick? I can't remember where I said it. It's God, man. Anytime you look up the word complaint, there's like a million different things that pop up. That's one thing I hate about that. And actually, when you look up bar, it's like, man, all right. I may have to pull it up another time. I've got a folder with it all, but my God, I haven't cleaned out. Remember when we started this case up and about a year into it, I said online when I was live streaming with Megan, and I cleaned up all of my exhibits. I put them nicely and neatly into file folders, you know. I made it all beautiful. There it is. But not anymore. So let's see. What was it that Michael and his client said? They said that I had groomed a client, had pursued an underage or vulnerable client, that I had married that client, that I impregnated that client, that I had abandoned a pregnant woman, which is supposed to be that client, and that I essentially had engaged in serious misconduct. Now, again, as I said, those are all false, because the easiest way to disprove that is you have to go to college to be a therapist, right? You have to have a master's degree. I got my master's degree in 2008. I got married in 2006. So I was married before I was able to practice therapy. So how could you do anything with a client if you were already married before? I mean, it doesn't, that blows it out of the water. And they had done background checks. What's really funny about the stream this comes from, by the way, is she talks to Lisa, who was sitting in the chat, egging her on. She's like, that's right, Lisa? I was like, wow, 2L, that's good, that's smart. It's really smart. Anyway, that's the only things I've ever had Michael direct my way, because he's a dumb fucking man. Get disbarred for that, because that's a big no-no. So, you know, but you can see this is the cease and desist. And what's funny about the cease and desist here is the fact that that cease and desist, it came after they sued Just J Hip. See, to be real clear in it, when they sued Jeremy Hales, I'm not saying that wasn't a big deal, but suing Jeremy Hales, that was kind of expected, I suppose, because I think it was always their plan. But they picked on, like, Jay was just some startup channel. He's a funny little weirdo guy. And they decided they would sue him. And you know what? Like now the Jay, now it's funny. I'm proud of the little guy, because he went from I don't know how to handle people online to I just don't care. And that's the way you got to be. You just got to be, I don't care. I don't care what they do. That's the way I handle. So proud of that. But yeah, so she has cease and desist letters. The police report. Now, the police report, again, that she puts in, 20 pages of it. Let's see. What is 20 pages? Do you want to see the 20 pages, by the way, for police report? Would you like to see what has been included in her police report? Everything that she gave to the police. This is, again, her exhibit. So when I say that, this is what they were going to copyright strike me for. Oh, they've been trying apparently because they're a bunch of idiots. So we have the Orange County Sheriff's Office public record request exemptions, and it notes two things on there. You know, she invoked marcy law, which again, I think is disgusting because she invokes this victim shield and then she goes on 2L and they fundraise with this. It's very gross. Very gross. And of course, the identifying information of a school resource officer. So they hide that. They redact all of that information. That's what that means, right? Okay. So you have heavy redaction. Then interestingly, look at how bad this looks, by the way. Look at this. Like, this is wild. I want to show this to you. I really want to zoom in on this. Okay. Let me see what I can do with it. Look at this. Look how bad that is. Now, I'm not saying that there's maybe that's Orange County and maybe it just looks like shit, right? But look at that. Look how bad that copy paste job is. Like, there is some bad artifacting in that. Look at that. God, that's awful. Look at it. What is going on? It looks terrible, doesn't it? Something was a mess. Yes.
Yo, I'm just here to tell you something.
All right, well, I'm live still, baby.
Yeah, I'm telling you this before I get in the shower. I'm telling you that I'm gonna go take a shower.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, good. I'm just making sure. Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you so that way in case.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to tell me something and I'd be live and yeah, you're like, wait, I forgot you were live. Sorry, embarrassed yourself or something. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay. So you got the police report. Then they turned in this with, oh no, look, here's what the hell's. Lips is interviewing for jobs again. She deleted her videos so a new employer can't find who she is. If anyone finds out, please let me know immediately. Oh no. Oh no. Then there's the evidence provided is not conclusive of the harassment, stalking, and defaming. This is 20% of what I've endured. Wait, the evidence provided is not conclusive of all the harassment. There's not an if there. What? Okay, so let's see what's here. She's a victim. Again, it's funny. She made images of me being murdered. But hey, that was normal, right? She put together the Hodunk Hillbillies, an entire stream set up dedicated to attacking people where we are all wanting to crucify a Bruce Manskin, who she has as Jesus. That's very weird. That's also weird and fetishy anyway, but she has, here's some articles. Oh man. You know, by the way, I did read you the article that she read about Megan Fox. Wow, that was pretty nasty. She puts in key events. I participated in a small audience podcast as a legal consultant. Wait, you're a legal consultant? Is not lawyer? That's weird. Providing objective legal analysis on a lawsuit filed by Jeremy Hales. I've never met him. Did not comment. Within days, Hales began stalking, contacting, and publicly harassing me with comments about my appearance, specifically focusing on my lips. Within days, actually, most people avoided you and ignored you. That's the reality. Stalking, you know. She comes out. She interferes with these weirdos. She begs for public commentary. And on top of that, puts out a website that, amongst other things, has a background check on it that is just a catch-all net and essentially accuses Hales of being associated with PDF files. Yeah, pretty nasty stuff. But nothing. You know, she has her so-called timeline, which is so funny, though. She's like, oh my God, he said, see you in court. Oh my God, what a monster, you know? I filed a defamation lawsuit. The court granted my request to keep details confidential. In defiance, Hale's publicized the existence of my lawsuit and shared non-public court files online, including YouTube broadcasts and outreach to my estranged family and colleagues for further private information. Look at that. Oh, the court said that everything could be locked down. That's not how anything happened. What a lying piece of shit. It's amazing. But here, again, is supposed to be Megan and Rosalind working together. By the way, you know what's funny? If you look at this, what is this about? Do you see this? What story's being covered here? That's Laura Owens. Yeah. Laura freaking Owens. That has nothing to do with Leslie Rodriguez at all. That's Laura Owens. You can see because it says right here, Owens busted at a horse show. And also court postponed. You can see Laura Owens' face there. You can see day one of Laura Owens with Mike Marchini. So again, Megan and Rosalind working together contact my school. But this is not even about her. Isn't that interesting, huh? So she takes things that aren't even about her and she turns them into, this is them conspiring, colluding to destroy my life. Isn't that wild? Now, this has, again, she runs it together like these folks are connected. Again, it's just a straight up lie. Like she lied to the police with this because this is supposed to be part of her evidence that she gave to the police. She gave a letter that was written in the aftermath. Again, this right here, this is what 2L has ran with to defame continually Megan Fox and to continually defame Rosalind Duke. Continually do it. Mm-hmm. So you have, again, you see some, oh no, world's worst lawyer. Oh no, not world's worst lawyer. Let's read some of these. This woman, I use that term lightly, is harassing us daily and filed a frivolous lawsuit against us, which we will not let her dismiss, as she has done to so many others, including her own family. Excuse me, I got a drink. Gross. That was when I was speaking. Ever have like it feels like a piece of dust like hit you in the throat? Is I like, wow, what was that? Gross. Anyway, she is being countersued and will be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law as she continues to abuse the legal system. No, she can never be reinstated in the bar. So again, this is her evidence that she's being harassed because someone is talking about her harassing people. Yeah. And it notes here, finding of fact and recommendation. Respondent is permanently retired and is no longer eligible to practice law in Florida. Oh no. She's a permanently retired lawyer. Oh no, that's harassment to note. Yep. Even though she's giving legal advice. Oh no, look. There's look at the little picture here. It's small there, but look. It says LOL. She couldn't explain what she was wearing. She had no clue what type of vehicle her husband drove, and she didn't want the cops to show up with sirens. That's when she called the police on her husband for cutting off the Wi-Fi, by the way, which was funny. Yeah. Cops called. We're suing them. You can see that's part of it. I mean, again, I'm sure. Oh, look at them lips. Oh, they're luscious. I love them. Butt stuff. I forget some of this stuff. It's so funny. Sir, my internet. Oh no. Look, it's her. It's her in the body cam. We have got to watch that again. That stuff was so funny. We have to watch that again. Gosh, I got to tell Megan we got to watch that again. I mean, we do. It was amazing. Oh, we hurt Loose Lips Leslie's feelings because she has real body insecurities. Her next effing words were, "These are my lips," and being made to look a clown seems to have hurt her more than the Muppet. That's right. She went nuts about that. Now it's okay for them to go after his kids, but yeah, lip gloss for whiners. Tape. Oh no. No. Protective order granted. Oh God, how dare he talk about a protective order? How dare he? What a monster. Let's see. I mean, this is again, she said, look, garbage fell kids. It's behind bars crook. This is why she wants to accuse freaking Jeremy Hales of horrible shit. You know? Again, this is why. So that's what she sent to the police. That was her so-called proof of how dare he. How dare he. All right, let's look at the other. I'm showing you. I figure there are a lot of things in the exhibits that are interesting, but my God. So the threats leading her to dismiss her lawsuits, by the way. Have you seen what she calls threats against? We supposedly threatened her, and it caused her to dismiss her lawsuit, according to us. Yeah, according to her, with what we wrote. So let's see. I don't know what the hell is this in a word salad when I said. So look, these are supposedly our threats. Here's Jeremy Hales. This woman who wrote the attached public document is harassing us daily and has filed a frivolous lawsuit against us. With public records like this, so much more will be exposed in a lawsuit. Oh, okay. Oh, well. With public records like this, so much more will be exposed in the lawsuit. She's being countersued and will be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Let this be another lesson to those who want to use us and abuse our name for their own profit and fame. You will be in court. Okay. That's a threat that made you drop your lawsuit. Okay. Here's Megan talking about, let me be abundantly clear, because she said that essentially we had come to we resolved the issue with her. Megan, listen to that like this. Let me be abundantly clear. This crazy bitch did not resolve anything outside of court. She filed a bullshit lawsuit with no basis in fact or law, and then she dropped it of her own accord. I was willing and ready to fight these ridiculous claims. I have zero communication with this, and let's see. Oh, it cut off. And then also she said, "Oh, Lips, this is not going to be good enough. If you want out of this mess you've made, I'm going to need all communications between you and the ecosystem since you got involved. And 2, a public apology. 3, a promise to never sue me or mention my name again. If these things are done, I will consider not going after you for vexatious litigation and publishing of defamatory and disgusting video." Talking about the revenge porn video. If these things are not done, turn the music up. We're getting ready to dance. That's after, by the way. How exactly is this? She said that this was threats leading to, this is the header, leading to her voluntarily dismissing lawsuit. This is in the aftermath of her voluntarily dismissing, by the way. That was not before. That was after. Okay. That is the same one yet again. Okay. That is it a million times again. And that's it. So Jeremy Hale saying you're going to, if you want it, I'm countersuing. And Megan Fox being like, you bought a garbage lawsuit, a BS lawsuit. We never came to any conclusion. You dropped it voluntarily. And if you don't want me to sue you for this vexatious BS, here's my conditions. That didn't cause her to drop it. That's not only a lie, but it's a very transparent lie. Isn't that weird? All right, let's see what's next. The plaintiff ongoing harassment against Leslie Federico. Okay, so these are cases. She's trying to explain her way out of cases, right? This is a notice of one case. Here's another case, a complaint case, a notice of voluntary dismissal without prejudice, a complaint. She puts in all of these. Okay, let's see. Notice of appearance from Randall Shochet. Let's see, where is that one? Shocking. What is that? Oh, is that when he pops up in the case that she brought against Jeremy. Let me see. I'm curious. I'm curious what it is. God, looking at these documents, they're nuts. Some of them. So with that one, yeah, that's the notice of appearance and acceptance of servants. That's where he's like, "Yep, all right, let's play. We accept it for sure." Okay. Notice of voluntary dismissal without prejudice. That again is her filing, where she voluntarily dismisses all claims. Okay. Then here's funny. All right, check this out. So P, elimino P, death threats, right? Again, I'm going to show you that section, right? You saw what it said. I want to make sure you see this. Okay. Here's that section. Check out all these monstrous things. Look at this terrible thing. Somebody, oh, wait, there's nothing. Okay. All right. What was Q? Q here. Give me a second. This is her table of contents. This is a process server affidavit, right? It's next is Q. Okay. So let's you and I check out Q together. Okay. Here we go. This is really bombshell material. Check this out. It's going to blow your mind. This really owns everybody. So Q is nothing. Why? Because what process server? What are we talking about? A process server? What process server? She hasn't served anybody. So is this from another case? What are we talking about here? I don't even understand what that's supposed to be about. But okay. So we have Q. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so let's look at R. Well, what is R going to be? Let's check this out together. All right. R is Michael. You notice, by the way, she doesn't use their names. This tells you this is so funny. She's not like Michael Federico's affidavit. That would be the way, right? Because it can be any Michael, but no, she's like, right, Michael, I'm going to name this yours, right, Michael? That is it. You will give me an affidavit. Let's see his stunning affidavit, by the way. Would you like to read it with me? It's pretty wild. So check this out. Okay. Wasn't that cool? Now you'll notice again, there is a section that I thought would be amazing to read, and I really wanted to see. I was really looking forward to today. I thought it would be funny. That would be the Lisa Lee affidavit, which I would love to laugh at. But apparently, look at this, guys. All right, check this out again. So that would be Exhibit S, right? Okay, and the reason I'm showing you that is because you know those movies where you're trying to get to a certain, like a 13th floor in a hotel, and you've got to stop right between the 12th and the 14th because it's not there, in horror movies. That's the way I feel. Like, that's right here. This is it. Oh, look, there it is. This is S. Why do I say that? Because look, we just went to T. So we went from R to T. There is no S. It was a trick. There's nothing there. She tricked the court. Fun times, right? Oh, my Lord. This stuff is so weird. And then you have T, which is an affidavit of other people in other cases. Which, let's see, what does this affidavit state in here, by the way? Oh, this is about Chartine. Chartine worked for Federico's at one time, and she decided to sue her. Why? You want to hear some fun with this? Oh, my Lord. You want to hear some scuttlebutt? Not like that word. Check this out. You'll love it. Here we are. So here it is. This is what her former worker reportedly said about her. She specifically stated that Miss Federico's, quote, over promises and under delivers. Have you ever looked up her reviews, by the way? Oh my God, they are bad. Her lawyer reviews before she's canned by this stuff. I'm sorry, canned before she canned herself before the state could can her. Leslie Federico's lawyer reviews. Oh, she was mad because she was like, oh my God, how dare they say that about me? You know what's funny is when you look her up, by the way, what you find is when you start to look her up on certain sites, it says like, what is that? AVVO, I'm not sure how that is pronounced. It notes that it does not rate this lawyer because he or she is retired. So it says professional. Look, check this out. This is her site when people look her up. All right. If you're looking for reviews back when, this is what you find on her sometimes. This lawyer, again, this is searching her. This lawyer was disciplined by a state licensing authority in 2021. Public reprimand with conditions. Public reprimand reads did something wrong, but could be. Who knows? They might be. So they're like, look them up. So when she complains that people, note that, well, she got canned there. Yeah, that's actually not people saying that. That's the sites that look at her up too. So anyway, let's go back to that. Some of the reviews though they were quite crazy to see. She had a very bad review section when you would go to places and look her up. I mean, it was not good. She had a 1.0 for 7. Here, you all want to see this? This is pretty good. Let me see. Let me go back. Oh man. Now, there are reviews going into 2024, right? Back. And yeah, she's going to be like, oh, all those are written by those Hale's people. But let's look at a few, okay? Before we go forward with it. Look here, 2022. Let's go back to there. 2022. This can't be any of us, right? So she was retained, 1 star. She was retained and held my case to drop for no justifiable reason. Rather, there was no communication from her or office. Appointments were scheduled and then removed from the online calendar with no communication. There was no case briefing. Not even before hearings. Child in danger with no discovery. Did not represent me or my child and made false representation on me. The lawyer did not follow through with anything that she stated she would be doing. My child and she would do, rather placing my child in continued danger. I would never recommend this lawyer for consultation or any service. Her paralegal has emotional outbursts over the phone, screaming and gaslighting client on phone with witness present. Wow, that's fun. Here's another one. Before you hire her, please review her public reprimand by the Florida Bar / Supreme Court of Florida. Copy and pasted there, Plus, there are many more bar complaints pending. She uses her mental illness to avoid consequences. Just watch her videos on YouTube. This is 2021 again. This isn't anybody we know. File bogus lawsuit against me. Oh, wow. And other former clients to try to intimidate us and keep us from exposing her unprofessional and ongoing taking advantage of clients. Stay away. Stay far away. We'll take your money and you'll get poor representation. Wow, isn't that fun? She sued her ex-clients. Oh, okay. Well, let's continue to read. This is her own, by the way, statement. So with that being said, this is her own statement that she thought would be good to put in as evidence. Because again, all these people that listen to the German hate machine. Again, they don't think about who they're dealing with. Like Leslie, these people, they accused her and they went to the bar about her screwing over her own clients. What did she do? She sued her own clients to stop it. They advertise her as some rock star lawyer that retired for family. No, the bar was coming down hard with her. She sued the bar to slow it down. And then when the walls came crashing down, they were about to fall on her, she permanently retired in lieu of consequences. She notes that, by the way. She talks about that. So here, overpromises, underdelivers. She stated to me that she had already been able to recruit several people to file bar complaints, and she had an attorney named somebody. Look, right here, this is her talking about one of her methods of going after people is to write fake bar complaints. Isn't that fun? You know? So when she had John Cook write that fake bar complaint, here's her talking about it with other stuff. Isn't that wild, man? Isn't that wild? You know? I think that's nuts. Give me a second here. So she said that this attorney who would represent anyone for free if they chose to write bar complaints against Miss Federico's. So she and fake bar complaints, they go hand in hand, right? She has others. I mean, it's just crazy. Anyway, she informed me that Federico's owed her $7,000, was refusing to pay. She informed me Federico's takes clients' money and drops them before trial. She stated that Miss Federico's is all about the fame. She stated that Miss Federico's has the with judges to get her wins. She stated that Miss Federico's does not care about clients and only cares about money, and how Miss Federico's is making $60,000 a month, which she spends on plastic surgery. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely freaking amazing. I'm very amused. I am very freaking amused. Oh, dude, by the way, 2-Bit, I see your video too of making it. That is, man, that is some talent. Have you ever made a silent raider? Have you ever made a raider? I'm curious if you've ever been, or if you just like Vipers, if that, because I saw your, your other plane with that, that picture. I don't know. It's just, you really struck my fancy with that. And I'm curious if it's if it's just the Viper itself, or if you've gone with something like, if you've ever tried a Raider too. I love those new Cylon Raider designs, but they never monetize. Anyway, that'll be something at the end. We'll talk about that in a minute if you're around still. So she stated she did not want to encourage me to use Miss Federico's if I was satisfied, but I would soon find out Miss Federico's is all about the money, and during my representation, I am not happy to file an immediate bar complaint on her. So look, she's like, oh my God, people are they talk about filing bar complaints. It's wild. Like I said, she attacked her own clients. She attacked her own workers. She attacked her own family. She accused her father. She would say that her father was great, but her mother was a monster, essentially, right? And then when she wanted to go after Megan Fox, she actually said that her father was a, an accoster, let's say, a child accoster, and that her mother would turn a blind eye. But she goes back and forth. Now her father, the last time she talked about her father, he was a good guy, and her mom was terrible. So, but I mean, she accused him of some terrible stuff and accused Megan Fox of some terrible stuff along with it. It's wild. But her, let me see, there's so much in this. You would not believe all the crazy in it. But again, part of it is pretty useless, you know, as far as filings are concerned. Again, the 200, we're talking, the point isn't what she put in it. The point is that she put together a document with 230 pages. She doesn't see how, and she left out multiple parts of it. She also, on top of that, stated that she has no idea why, like with any of this, why her actions have been a problem. In fact, one of my favorite things that she's noted recently, I'm sending something over to myself so you can see this. When she's talking about all the things she's going to do, she stated something that it kind of, I don't know, it just really made me laugh when I saw it. All right. Now, you need to brace for this, okay? Because this is the epitome of what she is being accused of, okay? So here she is. She says, I'm going to sue the shit out of him, talking about Hales. And why is he trying to deem me a vexatious litigant? So I'm going to sue him. Yet again, I'm going to put together yet another court filing to go after him. By the way, why is he saying I'm vexatious? Oh my God, that's pretty amazing. You've got to give credit for that one. Oh, it's lovely. But anyway, all right, let's hit some super chats. I'm very entertained today. Let's do it. I want to show you. Hey, let me show you a new. Before we hit this, let me show you something real quick. It's new. I was playing with the AI effects. Give me a second. Good God, man. I want voluminous. Yeah, there's a lot of. Anytime you run across any of her stuff, voluminous gives it away. Let me show you a video real fast. It's about 2 minutes long, and then I'm going to hit the super chats. But I want you to see that AI effects are really good. I'm getting better at what I'm doing. It's just taking. All right, I love playing with like we were talking about the that umbrella guy and the fur coat thing. Give me a minute. Let me see if I can lock this in. All right, there we go. Good deal. Like, check this out. I thought this was pretty good. This has got a couple of effects that I really like. I like the theater effect, and I like the end effect, the growing through the picture effect. So check it out. This is what I'm talking about, the fur coat, the mainstream type songs. You remember when boy bands and stuff would do that? So I thought it'd be fun. And the songs have actually came out pretty good. So check this out. Here's one of them. It's only like 2.5 minutes.
You left the door half open, called it letting heaven, but the cocaine crawling made a home in the middle. Your side of the table, mine with the chip blue plate. Every little silence got a shake. Where's your name? And I keep reaching for the edge of you. Held my hands out to the no. All that distance there you let go. I was standing where we used to go. The spaces between us keep getting bigger. The spaces between us cut like a splinter. You said it get easier, I don't know how. The spaces between us are all I know now. The spaces between us keep getting bigger. Your keys on the counter, mine in my fist. We lived in the almost in the maybe the if. I learned your back turn better than your face. How to read the weather from the air you made. And I kept reaching for the edge of you. Held my hands out to the no. All the distance that you let grow. I was standing where we used to go. The spaces between us keep getting bigger. The spaces between us cut like a splinter. You said it get easier, I don't know how. The spaces between us are all I know now.
What's the tip? Look at it. It shreds the picture. I like that. And at the end, when it browns and it flowers.
Keep getting bigger.
Flowers. And it has fire in it. I like that. Thought that was cool. See, I love the idea. Some of these are so funny when you like really focus on them. Like, check this out. Look, you see the coffee cup when right there when it was full screen. You'll notice it says "Read my Substack." And look at all the stuff he's doing here. Like he's hanging out. Like he's out in the. He's the 4th of July here. He's just out with his mask on, his fur coat. Look, they're at the beach. He's chilling in his fur coat at the beach. Look there, they're at the carnival. I love it. Oh my gosh! You want to see another one? You want to see another funny one? All right. I mean, like I said, the songs come out really well, and I love it. Like it's so absurd. He's out there like it mocks the shit out of like those songs you see. And like I said, the song came out pretty good, so I love them too. But I had one come out with let's see, the airport one. God, I really like them though. I have so much fun with these. Man, they are a lot of work. This is my, I haven't published them or anything. I just play with them. They're a lot of fun. Let's see. See if this will lock in. No, it may not. Let me check. Nope. Give me a second. It will lock, but I've got to figure out how to get it in here. Give me a second. It's being stupid. They do that sometimes. Here we go. Got it. All right. This is another one I was playing with the other day. They're getting better. That's the thing. That grow effect took me forever to figure out how to do. Because it wasn't the grow effect's not hard. The grow effect and making it chain, it's essentially 4 videos chained together because you get 6 to 10 seconds of video from a video maker. So figuring out how to chain it and make it grow is the problem. And also just getting a guy to walk forward. You think, it's pretty easy, right? No, you should see some of the errors. Like he's walking down and all of a sudden his head turns backwards and he's staring at you while he's walking away. Like, wait a minute. Did you just have an exorcist moment? Now, this one I thought was really funny. The little one loves this song, but it's so, again, the absurdity to them, but they turn out to be good songs. I like this one. So check this out. And then we'll read super chats. All right.
We were gonna live in California. You were gonna marry me in the summer. Said you love me for forever. How come all those things that you said only exist in my head? 'Cause there's no heaven with you. Your promises were made to be broken. They shatter like my heart into.
It always messes with the side of the mask. Always. That's why you wear the hood the whole time.
You know it's killing me slow. There's no heaven with you. You were gonna live in California. You were gonna marry me.
Look, it made his pants right up. I thought that was really funny.
Said you love me forever. How come all those things that you said only exist in my head? 'Cause there's no heaven with you. Your promises were made to be broken. They shatter like my
I like this. Like, his flight's canceled. Like, oh, no heaven. What I do? You know? Randomly finds dinner. Pulls out.
You know it's killing me slow. There's no heaven with you. Your promises were made to be broken. They shatter like my heart in two. Your love is like smoke, and I'm choking, trying to hold it. You know it's killing me slow. There's no heaven with you.
Now check this out. I love the like weird stuff in AI too. When you look like it'll have the boarding. Look, hey, why don't you walk through this window and onto the tarmac so you can board? Just strange stuff. Oh Lord. So many weird things. Like you find the weirdest. Also, when the letters start, right? It took me forever. Like when he's walking through, watch the letters just jack up. Watch, it just starts putting random letters up. It's trying to say the same words again, but it goes. I was like, I'm tired of fighting with it. I like it though. It's fun. Check it out. I want to show one other. I'm not a song, but I want to show you some of the ridiculous errors that this thing has. Like just to say, like if you want to know, like when you look at something and you think, man, when people like actually make some good stuff, it amazes me, especially after I've seen what it takes to actually make something that's just not even decent, but just passes like as a semblance. Here's the perfect example. I want to show you this one. Okay. So this has a very complex command that just wants that umbrella guy to walk forward on a dock. Okay. That's all it's asking him. Now watch what happens. I'm going to get him right about here. All right. Just watch the image. All right. So he's walking along. Look, yeah, it's doing good, right? Splash is a little overbearing, but okay. He's doing good. He's continuing. Yeah. No. Oh, look, his head turned backwards. But he's still walking. He's staring at you. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Or you can see here we're going along. It's working out good, right? Everything's okay. That's not bad. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Well, we're moving good. Yeah, it looks like it might work, right? Oh, look, there's another one. Like there's two of them. It just pops up again. Why? I don't know. Here, I'll show you another one. One of my favorite screw ups that really irritated me when I was trying to get the elevator door to open, right? With the heaven thing, right? Okay, check this all out. This is so annoying. This really made me mad. So this is where I cut from. Even where I'm cutting, you notice it left off his mask, first of all. There's no mask in the reflection, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Why? Because when it was making the doors, look, it would make transparent doors. And then it would start and open. I was like, wait a minute. This is the best I could get it to do. I was like, okay, we'll cut here. That'll be okay. But transparent doors. Yep. And that is working with a beginning and end frame. So you're telling it, we start with this image and we end with this image, and it still can't get it right. Isn't that fun? Okay. Let's go. MaxLab. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed that. Isn't that fun? Maybe you had some fun with the songs. Yeah, when you're at the first piano, you have there's so many weird things in there. I'm just like, let it happen. Who cares? But I love that the songs turn out really fun. You know, I like them. It's just putting together the music there. It's kind of it's interesting, but the problem is getting a little bit better at what I know how to do. And as I get better, I want to make it more complex. And man, I like the stacked picture where the images burn in the theater. You know, they're just on the screen and they burn in 3 in between because it's supposed to be them in the relationship in the middle. And then they're watching it as they distance. They're remembering the middle. So that's why they distance in the auditorium and they watch the whole thing burn. Well, just to get that image, it was so bad. There were a few funny ones. Like the image starts to burn in the middle and then the whole theater catches on fire. I was like, well, that's one way to deal with it. Anyway, let's go. Maxlab, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Maxlab, thanks to check email, important find. Let me see. What'd you find, man? No, let me check it out. Let's see. Important find. Oh yeah, with the Michael for that part, yes, indeed. I saw you when you sent that too. It's a good find. It is. It's a very good find. Jason, it is. Like I said, props to you. It's a good find. That's what we were laughing about too. You know, I'd seen that when I was reading, and I'm glad other people notice these things. And when you see stuff like that, point them out to me. Appreciate you. Jason, what's up, man? I hope you're doing great. Hope Ashley's channel is doing great too. You know, that live, I thought that was awesome. Y'all should tell me how many watch hours. Again, if you ever want, just pick out like an hour and then just goof off. Like, you know, with guests, like invite a bunch of people if you want to. I mean, if you don't, that's fine too. You could just do chickens and do it. But if you want to like get one video and just knock up your watch time, just invite a few people on to goof off. You don't even have to like talk about anything related to this. Just be like, you know, we're going to have this guest and that guest and I don't know, just goof off. Megan Fox used to have like a truck driving simulators we would run around on sometimes, you know, things like that. They're fun. So, but props to you all. And I appreciate it. Man, you guys have, you guys really earned a lot of people's respect. Appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Kentucky Amy? Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Doug's. Appreciate you. And it is always, I know you've been around much longer than that. Appreciate you. Rogue Pirate. What's up, Rogue Pirate? How you doing, man? I appreciate you too. Thank you for the 5 giftos. That's awesome. There are a lot of giftos in here. Appreciate that. 2012, man. Thanks for the 2 in defense of the blind guy. He didn't see it coming. That's true. You know what's sad though, for real? Like no blind jokes or anything. What's really bad is he approached to get out of a guardianship. It was a bad guardianship. He wanted control of his money and his destiny. And instead somebody took him and they were like, well, here you go. Here's your destiny. You know, maybe you can be the patsy for our company. Fun times. Something to bark about. Thanks for the 5 there. I appreciate the 5 gifted memberships, and I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm proud of you. Proud that you stuck with it resiliently. Got that channel, got it up to the number. Now just bust out those watch hours and you will be golden. Rogue Pirate dropped the 5. Yeah, happy birthday, Coop. Doug needs cape. Indeed. I contacted Coop today too. I told him happy birthday. I didn't realize it was his birthday at first. I wanted to laugh at him and tell him about the 230 page thing. See, Coop and some of the people that I guess that follow him, I don't know, like people he's either friends with or people that are subs or, you know, both. I'm not sure. They find some good stuff. So I sometimes I like, hey, let me tell you about this thing. And if he's found it, a lot of it's pretty funny sometimes. So, Cynic, thanks for the 5 there. Shizzy's live last night. Had to flee fundraising for retainer. Yes, if you can't afford a retainer, you can't afford to sue. That's exactly it. Not just that. I mean, they think so. They think that what they're going to do is, well, they got 1 or 2 strategies, and they can't figure out which one they want. What they wanted to do is sue a person and sue another person and sue another person. The problem that's become, so look, they keep talking about suing Megan Fox. Well, a major problem that they have with suing Megan Fox is, again, the defaming. When she talked about shutting down the school, the reason I put those out there multiple times is because she talks about Megan Fox supposedly admitting to calling the school. That never happened. That never happened at all. Like I said, I called the police to find out if there had been a school shutdown or anything. I hear you coming. Come here. Bring it to me.
Sissy can't question my mom because Sissy's in the shower.
Oh, is she? Okay. Hey, let me shut it. Come here. Come here. Okay, this is so loud. Let me.
Hey.
1 second. I gotta mute for 1 second. Sorry about that. Go. Yeah, just take it, rip it open, and throw it in there and shake it. Hey, but make sure the bag doesn't bust, okay? All right. Cynthia, thanks for 5. She's never going to learn copy and paste lessons. She never will. Sailor Dark Jupiter, thanks for the 5. Laugh and tuck. Craziness in that means that means Megan's not here, so this weekend's going to be crazier. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hear we had a debunked live stream earlier. I haven't even looked at what that was supposed to be about. Oh, these people, man. They just, again, you want to be really blunt about it. They're disgusting in what they do. Because like I said, they came out with a horrendous claim with no proof. Like, again, even with their statement, if you take everything at face value, that we have a video that shows an entry into a storage area. And then I think, and you have somebody that we saw some of the text from, and they were nasty business. Like, ooh, okay. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Well, you take them at face value with that, they went from saying that a person exposed themselves. That's how they were doing. They were showing all those freaking avatars with mushrooms and stuff. But all of that's gone away now, hasn't it? Because again, they locked in a story. And weirdly enough, that story didn't happen until Jeremy Hale's publicly shot her down. Then suddenly, just a couple of weeks later, suddenly you have, by the way, I filed a police report. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It reminds me, well, we've never seen her make wildly crazy claims about, like, Michael calling the police on him for shutting off the internet, and her claiming over and over again in court that he's a, let's say, a DVer. We've never seen any of those. We've never run into any of those kind of people. Just like, wow. Oh, but what did they do with that? They're like, by the way, give us money. That is fucking gross. That is fucking gross. That became a fundraiser. Like I said, you have to ignore all the people that's over there. All the scummy people, all the felons and the felonious activity, all of that. You have to think, okay, you have to not only hate Hales, but you have to embrace all of those people. Even after knowing about all of those backgrounds and how terrible all of those people are. Like, one of their main guests is, again, oh, yeah, 4 years in prison. Yeah. harassing, like strong arm harassing witnesses. Wonderful stuff. The indictment is interesting, but remember, it's all conspiracy. But believe them when they say this about another person. Fucking nasty people. Irish Lace thinks about limps proof you can pass the bar and still be clueless about law. Yep, indeed. Lisa Lee might smell like pee. Thanks for the 5 post. Constitution. Then every time she talks about it, Ryan, she can copyright strike her. There you go. Yep, I own it. It's mine. That's hilarious. Oh, Rusty B Face, what's up? Thanks for the white fur pimp coat fund. Yeah, maybe I should do a white fur pimp coat fund. Oh my God. It's really, really sad. I kind of want one now. I really want one now. Oh my God. I want one with like solid white gloves. Oh my Lord. That makes this even better. I want it with solid white gloves, solid white pants, solid white socks, and solid white shoes. That'd be great until like a speck of dust lands on me. Your life was crushed by dust. Oh no. Emmy, what's up, Emmy? Thanks for the 5 giftos, by the way. Appreciate you very much. Thank you. SF, thanks for the 2. Paint your face like the mask. You know what's funny? When I went to the convention the first time, I hadn't been doxxed yet, right? So I wore a mask, and it's only a strap between me and the world, right across my across the back of my neck. All right, so the strap on the mask a couple of times tried to give out. So my answer to that was I did paint my face underneath it. I painted it just like the mask, which is a mess after a while. I really gained a lot of respect for cosplayers by doing that, because wearing around a mask for an entire convention, it was very hot. Somebody made me, well, it was cool though. I complained about how hot it was. So somebody made me a mesh mask with air conditioning, like little fans on the sides. I could plug it up. I could run a wire down my side and plug it up to a battery. And they had little fans that would buzz in there. And it was very cool. I liked it. It's so crazy, but I did pay a lot. Maureen, thanks for the 22 months. Thank you there. Tug wants to channel us in her Afro man with a white fur coat. Indeed. Indeed. I love it. I love the idea of it all. I just, it's so funny. Frankie, thanks for the 10. If she wants to call 2L, wouldn't she be sequestered? Well, wouldn't she indeed? You know what's funny? Yeah. They also, I really want 2L to get in there and testify. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun indeed? But of course that won't happen. I think what they want to do, this is my personal opinion, and there's no way on hell Randy would let this happen. What they want to do is they want to put Jeremy Hales on trial, and they want 2L to be right there and to be like, oh, look what we did. It's so great. Who cares the damage that they do? Again, Lynette Preston. Notice Lynette Preston is in the back. Like nobody cares about her anymore. She keeps begging about, oh, maybe we can raise some money too. And people won't flick her a dime. She's like, I made a video of me and the little one singing. And they don't talk about it at all. It's like, oh my God, it's sad. It's sad. If she was so gross. What's sad, Lynette, is at the end of the day, you threw in with people that ultimately care about you. Also, here's another one, Lynette, since you hear this stuff. YouTube Shorts will never get you monetized. It'll take you about 2-3 years to monetize with those kind of videos you put out. You need to put out long videos. But to do that, the only way people will care is if it's spicy. She gave up after one video. She was like, I'm going to start doing them daily. And she just gave up one video. I'm done. What's a queen? Wayne of the Math Lab. Hey, thanks for the 2 there. Amazon has codes for $50. He's the first 2. Awesome. I need to look that up. I gotta see it. The Undertaker. Thanks for the 2. El Mop is what that is. La Mop. That's what that says. I love it. What's up, Corey? Thank you for the super chat there. Appreciate you. I very much appreciate all of you that popped up today too. Tris, thanks for the 2. What happened to her show that she was going to have? That's a very good question. You know what happens to all of it? They crash down. So right now we are entering what looks like a manic stage. There will be a lot of crazy, and then she'll disappear for a while, just like what recently happened. You know, and everything disappears. William, thanks for the 10. You better rewatch Liv's video and brush up on your hair and makeup tips for your big court. I know, man. I wonder if I accidentally leave a few pieces of tape on my face, if that'd be okay. She's clearly taking all your tips from paint chips. Watch out, Michael. Paint chips might take his place. Oh no. Oh no. Actually, what's funny is paint chips is a better lawyer than she is. He very much is, actually. See, the problem is paint chips is admittedly trying to make a mockery of all of this and cost Jeremy Hale's money. He said that. If he could restrain his craziness, he can sometimes file a good thing. But he just, he files, again, if there were if there was anyone but that court, they would already had problems. You notice anytime these people go to another court, they've had problems. Have you noticed a tendency there? Isn't that weird? I mean, you had, the grudge judge at first, but he got stepped on and told, no, you can't do that. But then you have all these other judges that are like, this is messed up. What is going on? Yeah. Andre, thanks for the 2. Hey, Buck, here's I'll have to tell her that too. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'm sorry I was messing around there. Yeah, so she posted her obit on 9/23/2025. I need to write that day down. Give me a minute. I need to write that down because I couldn't remember. See, I remember when it was funny because I think certain people forget that they were blamed for doing that too. You remember when certain people got blamed for, I think a lot of people forget. They got blamed and were called some pretty horrible shit because of that. I really remember that though. I remember I saw it before it posted, like before people noted it publicly. The day or within a day, somebody noticed it and they sent an email to me. And Megan and I talked about it. And we were like, we're just going to watch it. We're going to see what this is because just, they're doing something weird. What they're going to do is they're going to blame like random people for doing it, writing it, or they're planning on blaming like whoever finds it. We'll see what they did. So, but they sat on it. They didn't say anything. Then when it got brought up, it was suddenly the people who brought it up. They did it until she accidentally destroyed that narrative when running her mouth saying that she wrote the obituary. And then she came out with the whole because harassment and all that stupid shit, but she was never supposed to admit that. You could tell. Oh, you could totally tell. JC, thanks for the 8 months. Lives has hooked on a myriad of things. The phonics is not one of them. That's true. That is true. She's like, phonics? What is that? A phone game? Andre, thanks for the 2, just for going through all this on our behalf. Oh yeah, man. I to be honest, man, I enjoy some. I have to say that reading through, I will go through those hundreds of pages a few more times. Now I discount certain ones right off the top. Like for example, I'll cut out Exhibit A. I don't, again, she's already made the argument 100 times about Fed 2. So I don't need to look at that. But anything I haven't seen, I will look at a bunch of times, you know. If anybody, by the way, I don't know if anybody needs that document, you know, the exhibit one, let me know. Don't pay for that. That will cost a lot of money. Don't pay for it. Just write me and I'll get it to you. Okay. Like I said, just tell me you need it, and I'll drop it for you. Because like I said, it is a large document, and you will pay a lot of money for it. And that is not the way. Blue Eyes, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that, Blue Eyes. Appreciate you. It's good to see you too. I'm glad you like that thing, by the way. That's awesome. 2012, thanks for the 2. No, Jill, it's not going on now. I know, she sounds so old, doesn't she? It's so crazy. It is. 2-bit. Thanks for the 10. I'm going to be sending another package early next week, so expect that. I'll also just send an email with a video. Like, I saw that video link, dude. I looked at it for a minute. It's funny because I was listening to stuff and I was looking at that. That's awesome. I'll end up sharing it too. Well, I'll ask you first if you're okay with me sharing. I don't know if I haven't looked at if it's public, but I'll end up sharing it. I shared the Viper over on Facebook, by the way. It was, like I said, it was very impressive. I love Vipers. I do. I don't know. I love Battlestar. I've got a bunch of old Vipers and some Cylons. Said, I wonder, I've never seen, the one thing I've never seen someone do, and I wonder, like I said, if you've done it, is to make a Raider. Because I'm not saying I've not seen the person make it, but the only toy Raiders, they had Scar in the show. You know, if you've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. So they have that one Cylon Raider toy. And then they have the old Raiders, the big disc Raiders. But I liked that new Raider design. You know what I really liked, but they didn't make, and I thought they should have, is like, did you see the base stars, like that design? It's so crazy. I couldn't believe they didn't make toys of that line. Like they made some figures, but they focused on the main guys. They didn't focus on any Cylons. Like they made the robot Cylons, but none of the numbered Cylons. And they didn't make any of the big ships. They didn't make a base ship. They didn't make a resurrection ship. Anyway, I know I'm rambling about this, but I love Battlestar. I love the new Battlestars. And thank you. Man, that Viper made my day, dude. I liked it so much that the toy store that I talk about, Beanba is over here. When I picked that up, I had to go to town after I picked it up. I was driving past the toy store and I stopped there to show him. I was like, this is amazing. You have got to see this. So I took it over and showed off that workmanship at the toy store. And at first, when he first saw it, he thought, oh my God, you know, they had that Viper there. That's, I mean, the quality of the make is so good. It looks like a toy somebody put out. Like it is really good. So anyway, actually, let me show it off real fast. Let me put it up on the screen while we're talking. I'm going to put it up here again. I love it. I think it is amazing. Give me a second. I'm going to do a close-up of it. Just give me a second. I'm grabbing the pictures. I want people to see it. I want you to see the quality of this build that he put together. I mean, that's freaking amazing that you put together. Check this out, folks. You can tell when I find something I really like. So look at this. So look at the quality of that. Look how good that looks. Look at the segmentation. Gosh, that is a great freaking build. And look at that. Look how good that looks. Yeah, I've seen They're the only better looking Viper in pictures I've seen is the one that is going to cost a bloody fortune. And I think this gives a run for, so there was one that came out not too long ago. And I think this gives it a run. I actually thought when I first saw it, I thought that's what this was. I was like, whoa, because I hadn't seen it. And then I thought, man, actually the colors look better on it. Now there is an old school one that is coming out through Sideshow, but we haven't seen it yet. I'll have to look at the build quality and stuff. But this, I mean, for display and stuff too, God, it's good. You did you outdid yourself, I have to say. It's beautiful. So, Liquid Mama, thanks for the 5. JC shared the score report on Facebook without the last line redacted. It shows, lips. Actually, the 2 reports. I wonder with those reports, they're actually in the they're actually in that document too. So those 2 cases are there. I figured they were reports against Hales, because remember, Lips has made reports before about Hales and about other people. Like, she's definitely made enough. That's what these people do. They sit around. They have no fucking lines at all. Like, they don't monetize on it. They're just obsessed with trying to burn Germany, because it's like BBB. He is obsessed with Hales and Shock It. Why? Because they got him. How dare they? I mean, holy crap. So they're just going to continue with them forever. It's insane. Lady Thurston, thanks for the 2. You can ask Afro Man. Yeah, I wish. That would be amazing. Hey, Afro Man, hook me up. He pops over. Thanks for the 5. Tug, we really need an album. I thought about dropping like a few songs into an album. I've got a bunch of songs. I just, I've got an album. I got really close to 2 probably by now, but I've been working on them for a while. The song makers have gotten so much better too. So that helps. And it helps too. I don't believe, like, there are a lot of people still that make really long songs, right? I like a song 1.5 to 3 minutes at most, but every now and then I'll clock out at 4, like if it happens. But typically I keep a shorter song. I think you can make a great song within a couple of minutes. It's not about like the hook over and over. You're not burning airtime. So just make what you like, and shorter songs really work. I like the like somebody was like, is that glitching sound? Like the repeat that? Yes, that's supposed to happen. I like it as part of the beat, like the glitching and everything. The glitch funk. I like it. Benny, what's up? Thanks for the 5. Prayers for my 88-year-old mom. Fell and broken dislocated show. Oh, for sure. Love your mom. Keep her in prayers. You guys do the same, please. Love to you too. Sorry to hear that. The surgeon said it was the tiniest bone he ever did replacement on. Man, and love to you and yours. And you too. You know what? You make sure to look after yourself too. Because when we worry and care about others, sometimes we neglect self. Make sure to look after you too. Sheila, thanks for the 13 months. Tug, you valley girl. Makes me laugh hard. Thank you. I love it. It's so amazing. Great stream tonight. Hello, Bug. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I had fun tonight. I did. I can't believe that. I mean, they made a big deal out of striking my channel. They really, they try. And then, again, have you ever heard of anybody trying to copyright police? Like, they're no joke. There are posts about it. I'll listen to you've got to be kidding me. They really think that they own a police report. It's unreal. These people, meanwhile, again, they want to sue people for copyright while defaming the total shit out of people all the time. In the Megan Fox, Lord. two major points of defamation. I think the school thing is a major point of defamation, but also you have the calling landlord. Remember, they supposedly had proof that they had her number. Sound familiar? They also, she supposedly said her name. They did all that, and then they reversed it. Now it's not her anymore. Now it was she caused other people to. You like that? But anyway. Oh, man, did I notice the case number for Exhibit P? Let me see. Maybe not. Exhibit P. I don't remember case number. Give me a second. Let me look at it. LMNO. You know what's funny is going through LMNOP. Every time I do it, it's really the alphabet sometimes makes me laugh these days. So what is the case number for P? Let's see. No, actually, that's interesting. 2021. You're right. Holy shit, you're right. That's a great catch. I did not notice that. That is a great catch. So check this out. The death threats that she's talking about, trying to make it look like we made threats, that's about a different case. That has nothing to do with us. She put in a header to make it look like she was getting death threats. That is from a 2021 case. Huh. I did not notice that. That is a great catch. Oh, man. That is definitely misleading the court in that. I've got to shoot that over too. Man, that is, I am very, very intrigued by this. Oh. I love it. I love it there. Give me a second. I'm actually, I clipped that and I want to send that over because I think that is a great catch. Because again, when she's doing this, she is intentionally misleading the court with this crap. She knows what she's doing with it. She knows that when she puts that together, that if a judge or somebody reads it, they're going to think, oh, you got this, you got these death threats coming in for her. Oh my gosh, that must be serious, right? Well, yeah, except like you said, it's a case from 2021. She wasn't even around in 2021. So what a catch. I love it. Thank you, Yee. That's a great catch. I'm proud of you folks. Love it. That's why, when I see some people sometimes say, oh, why does everybody, like if something comes up, why are there multiple people to talk about it? Well, because different people, when they talk about it, they find different things. They have different opinions, first of all, all different people. But on top of it, they catch different things like this. They manage to find some really good stuff sometimes. Like that. Janelle, what's up? Thanks for my birthday's next Thursday. So for you to be able to grip for my birthday. Indeed. And make sure I know it's your birthday. I want to give you, if you're around that day or you're around right before it, make sure. Chanel. That reminds me of that song. Have you ever heard Saigon Kick? That song Chanel. Walking along the deer. I don't know if you ever heard it. Chanel. It is maybe you shouldn't hear it. It's actually it's a crazy song, but it reminds me of, if you've never heard of Saigon Kick, they have this album called The Lizard, and there's a song called Chanel, and I like it. Stacy, what's up, Stacy? Nat, what's up? Thanks for 17 months. Wow, Tom. 17 months, 17 days, 17 months. That's awesome, man. Wow. Keep doing you. Love the music and vid. AI is funny at times. It is. I'm telling you guys are, I really would like sometime if you ever get to the point where you want to talk about some stuff, I don't mean live if you don't want to do it live. I just like to ask you some questions, pick your brain sometime. For real. I would on some of that. I'm curious. I've talked to enough people that have been somewhat close. I found out some really interesting things, and I filled in some puzzle pieces over time. But I like getting some of the opinions about certain things and people. Regardless, I hope you were doing well. You seem to be happy away from the chaos. I understand that too. Very well, dear. But I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Liquid Mom, thanks for the 5 there. This report can't be Hale. The first 2 numbers are, yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It can't be Hale's. Yeah, it has to be 19 and 22. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking here. Yeah, that's true. Huh. We need to look them up. The cases, the easiest way to do it is to FOIA them. We need to FOIA those cases. See what they are. See the client. It could be. We need to see what they are. You're right. There are a lot of things in there. I need to go back and look at the stuff, but I've got to reset my mind. I have to sleep before on my day. So I ended up getting the 200 plus pages a couple hours before showtime. So when I was picking through it, my initial thoughts, I got to certain parts like, all this stuff that was missing. I thought, wow, what the freaking heck? I kind of got consumed with that. But anyway, all right, folks. Tomorrow, man, there's so much stuff. We've got all kinds of stuff that's new to catch up on. There is a lot, but we'll leave that for tomorrow. Today, well, I'll see you. Appreciate you too. It's been a fun one.